Things are getting wild over at Amazon, my friends. I hope you're all having a wonderful day today, and I am bringing you a story from Cinema Blend. Now, the title says, after the Rings of Power, Amazon has a new sci-fi show fans are raving about. When I saw this article, I knew they had to be talking about The Peripheral. They had to have been, because it's the only show that has any relevance to me when looking at Amazon right now, seeing as the Rings of Power is now over and people are looking for a new show to latch on to. This one is definitely better than the Rings of Power. There are a couple of things that I have problems with the show, but it's not a show killer. It's not like an interest killer or anything like that. I believe it's halfway through the show, right? They're halfway through the episodes. I think I watched 4 episodes, and I think that's all they have, or the 5th one just came out. I plan to do reviews on those, but I've been just trying to take my time getting into the show and getting into different parts of schedules in my life. But we will get into that TV show, because in this article they talk about it. So we're going to talk about it, learn about it, and then you guys tell me what you think in the comments, okay? So let's get started. Its pedigree almost demands this sort of support. When you really think about it, the Prime Video series The Peripheral takes cyberpunk author William Gibson's novel of the same name and pairs it with Westworld creators Lisa Joy and Jonathan Nolan. Already sounds like it'd be a success. It looks like the series has lived up to that promise so far, especially when inspiring such Twitter reactions as this with its mere premiere. Before we read on, this is a big deal. And what's scary about this show is that I look online for news about it just to see what's going on. And not a lot of bad stuff is said about it by the media, and then in most cases it's not even being talked about. Now this show is written by and created by Lisa Joy and Jonathan Nolan. Okay, that's a huge deal. If you don't know who Jonathan Nolan is, have you seen The Dark Knight? Well, guess what? Jonathan Nolan co-wrote The Dark Knight. You know, like one of the best Batman movie ever, Heath Ledger's Joker. Yeah, huge deal. And they made Westworld, which the first season was good. I guess the other seasons had a lot of drop-off in audience viewership, and then it was eventually canceled. So what it says right here is, so what's The Peripheral all about? Well, the short version goes as follows. This is not a spoiler. This is central to the story. This all happens earlier on, so don't worry about spoilers. It's not, I don't think it's going to spoil anything for you guys, okay? But the version goes as follows. Flynne, Chloe Moretz Grace, I think it's Chloe Grace Moretz, isn't it? Oh, whatever. And Burton Fisher are beta testing what they think is merely a premium VR rig, virtual reality. It succeeds in that respect, but it also connects the two to London 70 years in the future. Well, it just connects her, really. It doesn't really connect the guy. She's the only one really like dealing with the future, and while he's like dealing with stuff in the present. Oh, and there's apparently an apocalypse coming that could redefine the world as we know it. Yeah, so this is definitely a show from the team behind Westworld. What's even more exciting is that The Peripheral looks to already inspire people to binge the available episodes to catch up. As episode 4, cryptically titled Jackpot, premiered last week, another new convert praised the series with this confession that they'd seemingly mainlined all 4 in a row. Reading that Joy and Nolan have struck dystopian gold yet again almost makes up for Westworld's surprise cancellation. I don't think it really makes up for it. It's just another show that they created. And it's on Amazon too. It's not like it's on HBO. It doesn't make up for anything. Believe it or not, The Peripheral is about halfway through its first season run, as it seems to have an 8-episode order. This has people like Twitter user in IKIWE fired up to get people on board in hopes of making sure this story gets to continue its intended lifespan through discussions like this. Ultimately, The Peripheral could be a pretty important series to Amazon's future in the entertainment game, as Jonathan Nolan and Lisa Joy's Fallout series is also a part of Prime Video's stable of future delights. How this project delivers might play into that show's fate as well. If that last reaction is anything to go by, Amazon should be really happy with what they've put into play. I mean, they should be, but were they happy with what they put into play with the last Amazon epic show that they tried to put out? No, my guess is not really happy at all. And this could be Amazon trying to save face, and maybe it's like a low-key admittance to just like, sorry, you know, the Rings of Power really was crap, and we're sorry for lying to you, but hey, check out The Peripheral. But here's the thing, okay? Season 2 is coming. All right, it will be here eventually, and when it is, I hope Amazon's ready. In the meantime, we can watch shows like The Peripheral, and maybe they'll throw out a few gems in between now and you know, the point when season 2 happens, but it's really funny that people would rather watch this show than The Rings of Power, and it's being even reviewed better. But anyway, guys, I hope you all have a beautiful day. Share your thoughts with me in the comments, like and share this video, subscribe, click that notification bell, and I hope to see you all again next time.